Yeah. What do you guys think of it?
It's definitely about snow.
Yes, I saw it as being stuck inside or because of snow. So I'm guessing. Yeah, I just thought of it as snow, being stuck inside from the snow.
We're gonna talk about my mess up. Okay. Usually when you're bound for something, you're like bound for an adventure or travel. So I thought it was gonna be like an adventure through the snow, which it was not. But that's what I got from it originally.
Okay.
So let's read.
I can read.
Oh, I can read.
Okay.
Okay. I guess let's go back to the.
Where it says a hard.
Yeah.
It's like indented.
A heart. Right?
Oh, okay. The sun, that brief December day, rose cheerless over the hills of gray, and darkly circled gave at noon a satellite, then a waning moon, slowly tracing down the thickening sky, its mute and ominous prophecy, a portent, seeming less than threat. It sank from sight before it set. A chill no coat, however stout of homespun off stuff could quite shut out. Oh my gosh.
So when I first read this, like the beginning 3 lines, I was just like, okay, they're wherever they are, their December is like just horrible. Like they probably have lack of resources, and everybody's in that depression of like the winter blues, or how people feel when it's like colder. Everybody just gets sadder and more depressed. That's what I thought of it.
Yeah, it was really gloomy. It's like, yeah.
But like, it didn't even ease us into the sadness.
I know, it just immediately
It was like
depression.
instant. Like, I think that was honestly on purpose to show that, it was just so fast. We're all depressed.
Yeah.
You need to be depressed too.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel really depressed. Good job.
And then there was some alliteration here. It was like an S alliteration, so I'm not sure if it's because like snow, but it said it sank from sight before it set.
Yeah, that's what on purpose.
I can read the next. I'll just read the rest of it.
Okay.
A hard, dull bitterness of cold that checked in vain the circling race of lifeblood in the sharpened face. That the coming of the snowstorm told, the wind blew east, we heard the roar of ocean on his wintry shore, and felt the strong pulse throbbing there, beat with low rhythm of our inland air. Meanwhile we did your nightly chores, brighten the wood from out of doors, litter the stalls and from the mows, break down the herd's grass for the cows. Oh, that was my house. Anyways, heard the horse whinnying for his corn, and sharply clashing horn on horn. Impatient down the stanchion rows, the cattle shake their walnut bows, while peering from his early perch upon the scaffold's pole of birch, the cock his crested helmet bent, and down his querulous challenge sent. A lot of hard words.
So but I noticed that it was like doing your nightly chores, so it just shows like the romanticism of the nature, because it's like they view like we're doing your stuff, but it's like nature taking care of like the cows and the chickens.
I think also, sorry, I was talking last.
When it says, we heard the roar of the ocean on its wintry shore, and felt the strong pulse throbbing there, beat with the low rhythm of our inland air. I said that was personification of the ocean and the wind, and it kind of felt violent.
Yeah.
And like they were alive, and kind of felt like it hinted that there might be some upcoming violence despite this, comfortable and sweet little routine that they have going on in their very sad, depressing December.
Yeah,
that's what
I said the same thing about how it was personified. I also said it like during winter, the wind and ocean become much more violent and intense only in December.
Yeah.
Really, all of this just revolves around December and how depressing it is.
Yeah.
I said,
You can go.
The last 2 lines where it's talking about the cock who's crested, helmet bent, and I think that means like he's crowing or whatever. And usually like like a rooster crowing is usually like a new day. Like it usually has positive connotation, but in this it has negative connotation.
Yeah.
So that was
I didn't catch that. That's good. Did you have something to say, Jamie?
I was kind of saying like, what was the, are you saying like I forgot what you said, but it was,
Personification.
yeah, it was also kind of shows like it's setting up to how effective they're gonna feel towards the storm. It's like, man, it's depressing, it's gonna get even more depressing, kinda.
Oh yeah, because it does kind of set up for it being a storm if you think about it
I
with
think-
science.
Yeah, I think the
They did.
way it immediately went in the beginning of the poem was it's telling you exactly what's going to happen and what they do to prepare for it, I guess. So this is like calm before the storm, essentially, but this is, in our view, this is like the storm.
Yeah.
And I guess we're gonna see more. Later.
I guess I kind of felt that with what Carly said, the crescent helmet event. It's kind of just showing the repetitiveness. So it's like, it's unrelenting. It just continues to go. And even if they don't want the snow is still going to be there. It's still going to impact them. And it's showing just the negative force that the snow surrounds them with.
Okay, so we'll read the next stanza?
What?
The next stanza?
Sure. Unwarmed by any sunset light, the gray day darked into night. Night made hoary with the swarm and whirl dance of the blinding storm, as zigzag wavering to and fro, cross and recross the winged snow. In an ear that early bedtime came, the white drift piled the window frame, and through the glass the clothesline posts looked down and tall and sheet ghosts.
I think this stanza is super like scary. Like it's
Yeah.
all kind of like I don't know, it's eerie, I guess.
I see, cause like, it said that like, the gray day and 22 nights, so it's like, it's getting even darker.
Even, yeah.
And it's like, she goes, so it's like, oh, it's getting a little
Scary.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a shift here because before it's mainly talking about how they're like preparing for the storm and stuff, and like now they're actually feeling the parts of it, and it's being described.
I said the description of the storm was really negative and again frightening. It kind of set it up because usually when we see like before you saw the description of the animals and the chores and the nature around them, it was kind of like routine and almost nice and wanted you to like it. But the storm and the snow and everything that it's doing to the house and things around it are almost meant to make you not like it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
I also noticed that like the storm, they described it like very actively, like zigzag and little dance, like really like.
Yeah, I think this is like this stanza is also, cause like before was leading up to it, and I feel like this is like entering it or in the midst of it happening.
Again, it felt really fast.
Yes.
Straight into it.
Yeah.
It's no time.
Okay.
Who's next?
You wanna
I'll
read the full
finish
thing or
it,
do you wanna, okay.
As night drew on, and from the crest of wooded knolls that rigid at the west, the sun, a snow-blown traveler, as sank from sight beneath the smothered bank. We piled with care our nightly stack of wood against the chimney back. The oaken log green, huge and thick, and on its top the stout backs stick. The knotty forestick laid apart, and filled between with curious art, the ragged bush. Then hovering near, we watched the first red blaze appear. Heard the sharp crackle, caught the gleam on whitewashed wall and sagging beam, until the old rude furnished room burst flower-like into rosy bloom. While radiant with the mimic flame outside the sparkling drift began, and through the bare bowed lilac tree our own warm hearth seemed blazing free. The crane and pendant trammels showed the Turks' heads on the andirons glowed, while Chada's fancy prompts tell the meaning of the miracle, whispered the old rhyme under the tree when fire outdoors burns merrily. There the witches are making tea, the moon above the eastern wood. Shone at its full, the hill range stood, transfigured in the silver flood, its blows snows, flashing cold and keen, dead white save where some sharper beam took shadow o'er the somber green of hemlocks turned to pitchy black against the whiteness at their back. For such a world and such a night, most fitting the unwarming light which only seemed where it fell to make the coldness visible.
I guess when they started the fire, it turned like, cause before it was like, the whitewashed walls, siding beam, like old furnished room. It's kind of like gives you like this house is alright, and then when the fire came on, it was like a rosy bloom flower, like it's like
Yeah, there was
oh,
a
it's
definite
really
shift
happening.
there.
I also think something when he says we pile with care our nightly stock, I think that's like a direct contrast between like people and then the storm. Like people are more peaceful and they're doing stuff generally and with care, while the storm is zigzag, killing things,
Destroying
and
everything.
Yeah.
I also think saying the sun is a snow blown traveler, so it's seen many winters and how bad the snow gets. I think saying that the sun is like the people in dealing with this can make it more relatable almost. That like even the sun, a powerful thing, can be overtaken by the snow.
One thing I found interesting was the old rhyme that was said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of like build up the mood better. It's like when someone says rhymes or something, it's like usually in like a cheery way, if that makes sense. So
I don't know,
okay.
I said it kind of made it like childlike, sort of, so it like creates a sense of comfort. So a lot of people relate like childhood to comfort. But yeah, it just, if I was reading a rhyme, it's kind of ish.
And even relating it to the fire kind of makes it seem like, you know, it's definitely obvious that the author favors the fire and its warmth that it provides, you know, the childish rhyme being whispered to them, that this is almost like the part of nature that they do like, which is the romanticism aspects, because it's like nurturing and it's comforting and it's caring during this time of like a terrible blizzard.
Yeah.
This could have also been like, I guess, told in like even like a child's point of view, kind of, because like rhymes are mostly said when you're a kid, and viewing like since like the storm, like most kids would think, yeah, the storm's really bad, but at the same time it couldn't work because usually as kids are like, yay, snow.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
it's,
mean, when it's destroying everything
Yeah.
outside, you know, think about it, there's probably still the animals and the things that they love outside, making it look like ghosts on the line or things. It could be very scary, but you know, when you're like, you know, when you're huddled around a heater and things, you're like, oh, it's so nice over here. This is my little comfort area.
I think when it says, it's like more towards the end when it says our own warm hearth seemed blazing free, like comparing that to the outside and how horrible it all was. I think it says a lot of how like you and your own home can be better than everything that's bad that's happening outside. Just relating in a more metaphoric way than actual snow. I think the snow just represents all the bad stuff that happens
So, like,
outside.
Finding comfort, or like
Finding
family in your
comfort,
just
exactly.
house. Yeah.
That's what I used to say, like about the theme.
Mm-hmm.
The theme was that even in tough times, it's important to push through and find that comfort within the storm.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the fire like represents throughout the whole poem, is the comfort in the storm.
More positive things.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, so what would we say like the theme is?
She just
Oh.
Yeah, the theme is all the bad things happening outside in society. Your home can be like a warm, positive place, which is represented by the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go for this one.
Oh,